I see what ho, chaps and chabbits, Game Chap and Bertie here.
Yes.
Yes, indeed, fellows, and I dare say we are now here in Mario Kart 8 version 2 there, as you can see, to investigate the exciting new Mercedes-Benz DLC racing cars, as well as a slew of new features to bring the game up to speed, as it were.
So they've been adding things then to improve it, have they?
They have, old boy, indeed, not least of which, of course, as you can see, is this kart here, being the Mercedes 300 SL Classic Roadster. Now, the Mercedes cars even come with their own set of GLE wheels, as you can see.
So this is the first time we've seen a brand car, as it were, in Mario Kart.
Well, indeed, old boy, of course, this is a product placement for Mercedes, of course, and indeed, it's quite controversial, but all the same, we're going to give the 300 SL a spin here on Moo Meadows and see exactly how it performs. Now, indeed, many people have said that perhaps they're not a fan of the way Nintendo have brought in a third-party company's product, in this case Mercedes, into their flagship racing game, but one thing is said for sure, the car looks very good indeed.
Well, it does, and they're clearly in for a cut, presumably, for Mercedes.
Well, I don't know, old boy. Presumably they're trying here to sell some Mercedes products, and I think that's a general idea. But as you can see, the handling of the kart is quite smooth. Oh, mind the wall, old chap. The handling of the kart is quite smooth, and even comes with its own set of Mercedes racing car sounds. Listen closely, I say. Can you hear that deep rumbling, old boy?
Nice sound, very nice.
Yes, indeed, quite the authentic Merc sound. So they really have gone for, I say, close shot there.
Yes.
They have gone for authenticity here, as well as a fun racing environment. Now, indeed, there was quite a big thing made of this in Japan, where indeed they had special ads with live-action actors and all sorts depicting the Mercedes car brand. And I think the idea of the campaign is to sell the new Mercedes-Benz GLA model.
Oh, it certainly is, no doubt about that. But in bringing the car into the game is an interesting twist.
Spidey, shut out, chap!
No, the Spidey!
Pardon me, carry on.
It adds something good to the game, I think. It's a different car to play with. It's a bit of fun.
Well,
so even if you take out the marketing side of it, it's just fun.
Well, indeed, but of course, some people will see it as a way to drive around in their favourite brand of automobile in the game. That's the second time that's happened, old chap. I'm sure these computer AI shots are perfect, old boy, but...
Well, never mind.
Anyway, some people will therefore see it as a way to drive around in their favourite car, as I say. Goodbye, sir. Whereas, of course, others might see it as a bit of blatant advertising for Mercedes. Of course, people will divide on these two counts, I'm sure. But one thing's for sure, it certainly may encourage some of the younger players of this game to think about buying a Mercedes car as their next vehicle, you know.
Well, it could indeed, yes, indeed. If they're 16, 17, you think if they've got the money, they can say, oh yes, I think I'll have one of these now, and play it for real.
Or perhaps Mummy and Daddy are watching them playing the game. I don't know, you could have any sort of combinations there. It's certainly quite an unusual move, given that the Nintendo company are not known for... Well, I don't again! Go away! Oh, no, that's horrible, I say. Nintendo are not really known for doing this sort of thing, but perhaps a large sum of cash changed hands.
Well, maybe, but the actual handling of the cart then, is it any different? Does it handle any different? Does it have any special attributes, etc.?
Well, it's a good question, old boy. I think, to be honest, the kart handles quite well with days of their driving, although I understand the stats are quite similar to other vehicles in the game. Now, also in this update, as you can see, we now have for the first time a coin counter at the top there, your coin total, as well as many other statistics there available on the home screen of the game, including, of course, your overall wins and losses. But this says I've lost 10 times all I've won. Oh, next screen, that can't be right.
Yeah, I suppose.
Anyway, let's move on, videos. This next one is quite appropriate for Toad's Turnpike, the motorway, or what do they say in America, old chap? It's not motorway. It's highway, that's right. Yes. It's a highway, of course.
We call it motorway.
We call it motorway.
Or the road.
The road, or, you know, the M11, that sort of thing.
Track.
But of course, in this case, as you can see, I'm driving around, or Daisy's driving around in her Mercedes GLA. In fact, I think it's quite a wise choice of Princess Daisy. I'm sure she's a fashionable lady who drives around in the latest Mercs, old chap.
Well, yes, maybe. So there's different colours for these cars as well. They're not all the silver colour then.
No, depending on which character you use, you might get a variety of colours, and Princess Daisy, of course, mind the wall, man, has a rather interesting red colour to her Mercedes GLA. And I think, oh my word, I tell you they're homing, old chap.
Well, yes, they are.
Yes, I think, to be honest, it's quite a fashionable choice, old boy.
Well, yes, so this is a different one. This is a GLA, as you say.
Yes.
Does it handle any differently to the previous one?
I think there's a very, very slight handling difference between cars. From what I can see and understand, the Mercedes 300 SL we were just driving in has a 0 stat boost across the board. Now that means, of course, it's got no strengths, but also no weaknesses. Whereas this one here, I understand, has a slight tweaking of the stats, although not too much of a difference. To be honest, these aren't really the sorts of cars that are about all-out performance in Mario Kart. You can choose, of course, some of the faster cars in the game, like the Mach 8, etc. and so forth, for all-out speed, but these cars are quite balanced in terms of their handling and performance. And really, I think, to be honest, old chap, they're just a show, mainly, you know.
Well, mainly, but I mean, that one there looks a bit, it's a bit heavy to me.
Heavy, you think? Well,
Yes,
of course it
bit
does.
lumpy.
It depends on which class. Oh my word!
It's
Pardon me.
Mr. Cars.
Yes, I'm supposed to miss the cars. Of course, it depends on which class of character you're using, because of course, actually, if you think about it, this is a Mercedes Kart posing as a car. Another car there, goodness me.
I suppose it is.
So the cars in this game, as you can see on Toad's Turnpike, are much larger than the karts, because although it looks like a car, it's actually a go-kart of sorts in the Mario Kart world.
So how many models do we actually have then of Mercedes in the game?
Well, of course, we've got 3 models in all, one of which I've already shown you, the 300 SL. This is the GLA, which is the modern vehicle. They're actually trying to sell this with this Nintendo DLC campaign of sorts.
Yes.
And the next one we're about to show you is a rather retro and classic touch of sorts. And if you don't mind, I'm just going to get past Bowser. Excuse me, sir.
Well, you're first.
I'm first now.
You can show them all how good a player you are.
Yes, I'm such a good
sort
player.
of.
Sort
Yes.
of. Did you know I was playing Toad's Turnpike years ago, old boy, on the N64, I say?
Well, the N64, oh, I don't think I was born then, but never mind.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, that's...
Never mind, yeah.
Never mind. As you can see, Rails, I think on the home stretch, if memory serves, and we might be winning this race shortly, but all the same, quite a wise highway choice and quite a complimenting sort of track for the car, if you ask me. Here, it's inside, old boy. Yes, indeed, for great justice, we've taken the mark. Home to victory!
Yes, we have. We won. There we are. That's good.
We won,
You
Rails.
beat a load of computer characters.
Well, thank you, old
Well
chap.
done, and you've got a new Mercedes. Well,
Your
you're
turn
pretending
next,
anyway.
old boy.
Right, my go then.
Just a moment, old chap. This brings us rather nicely onto the subject of another point of DLC, and
Yeah.
this indeed is much bigger news that we've reported on recently.
Ah.
But here it is again, as you can see. Firstly, we have Mr. Link on the left-hand side from The Legend of Zelda in a Mario Kart 8 crossover
Yes.
DLC pack, and of course on the right-hand side we have the villager from Animal Crossing along with Isabelle. Now these characters are of course classic Nintendo properties, but as you can see, look at that, old chap.
Oh, yes.
They're going to be available for download and play soon in Mario Kart 8.
Most certainly, with the first one coming out this year, I believe. And big news, as you say, being able to play as Link and the other characters as well. And the first time we've seen this sort of DLC with new cars and new characters in Mario Kart Wii.
Yes, indeed.
We
If you
do.
have sharp eyes, you may notice perhaps there the course from Animal Crossing. We've got Isabelle, we've got all sorts of things going on. As you can see, there are 3 characters in each pack. Link, Tanuki Mario, and Cat Peach in the
Yes.
green pack, releasing in November, I understand. And Villager, Isabelle, and Dry Bowser in the orange pack, which is coming next year in May 2015.
Yes.
Of course, you'll also get extra vehicles and 2 new cups in each track, one of which appears to be Nitro and one of which appears to be Retro, or perhaps based upon the Animal Crossing and Legend of Zelda worlds.
So plenty of content there, and I see the Blue Falcon in there.
Indeed, Captain Falcon's race car will be showing his moves. There's also a little bonus: if you buy both packs now, you can get access to different coloured Yoshis and Shy Guys as a little, a bonus of sorts, if you will.
bonus, so
Nothing,
there
nothing
is
too
well.
major, but rather fun all the same.
It's fun to play.
Yes, indeed. Now also, as you can see, there's a lot of DLC placements in this game. They really are shoving this in your face and saying, here's the DLC, we're just reminding you of it, you'll say. So every time you go to the character selection screen, and indeed the track selection screen, you're reminded of this paid product placement, as it were. Now I think the 2 packs together, there's I say we've got something, old boy, the parafoil,
We have the yes, with the Merc. Not bad.
rather handy. Here is the retro Mercedes W25, which is of course a
yes.
classic racing car from years gone by,
Yes.
on the rather appropriately themed Toad Harbour. Very retro, old chap.
Very nice.
But indeed, as I was saying, I think these packs together cost about 11 or 12 pounds or dollars, I'm not entirely sure, but it's not too much money to ask for a lot of extra content now.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but the DLC for the Mercs is free.
Yes.
Yes. Aha. But as opposed to the other packs we were just talking about, with Link, etc., new coursing and so forth, but they cost money.
That's right, of course. So Nintendo
Right.
have given you a teaser. Oh, the drink! Mind the drink! Oh my word.
Never mind.
I've just ruined the old sports car, never mind.
That's okay.
Anyway, it'll be alright. The rest will polish off.
Yeah.
Nintendo are giving you the Mercedes pack, therefore, for free videos as a teaser, I think, whilst also saying if you want more new characters and more new cars, you're going to have to pay for those, of course. And some chaps have said, well, perhaps, Nintendo should have really included these from the outset, I think, old boy, as opposed to offering extras.
Well,
But
certainly.
They have done this in the past, of course, with games like Fire Emblem, etc. And personally, I did play Fire Emblem, and a lot of the DLC in that game, although quite pricey, was very good fun and worth the money, I think. And Nintendo aren't exactly known for ripping off their customers, so I don't think it's a bad move on the whole, old chap.
Well, maybe not, but we have to ask the question, are people going to get angry because they say, well, here, you've given this to me for free, the Mercs, because
Yes.
you're trying to sell me the Mercs,
Well, yes.
but then I can't get the other stuff, which is more fun, unless I have to pay for it.
Well, indeed, old boy, and I suppose there's no such thing as a free lunch, they might
Blatant
say.
sales, isn't it?
But then, after all, we did pay money for Mario Kart 8, so should it really be free, old chap? I don't know, really.
Well, that's the thing, you see. Now, no doubt people are going to ask that question, or already have.
Yes, well, I'm sure, of course, Mario Kart 8 was not a cheap game, being a full-priced Wii U game, and indeed, many people at launch complained about certain features, for example, no on-screen map, no coin counter, etc. and so forth, and Nintendo have worked to fix in their favour some of those features, such as the update I just showed you there, with the coin counter, etc. and so forth, but of course, this DLC in itself is quite a controversial aspect, because, of course, charging money for content that really should have been in the game from the start is a bit of a controversial issue in itself, I think.
It most certainly is. I mean, they're giving this one for free, but then of course you've got to look at the Merc and play the Merc, and you have to. I think you've got to go and buy a Merc actually.
Yes, of course.
If you don't buy a Merc, take it away.
Yes, if you don't buy a Merc within 1 month of getting this downloadable content,
yes,
they'll take it away.
Yes, they know.
They will, and they'll drive in a Mercedes to your house and take the game from you.
Yes, they will. Yes, with a big man with a Mercedes badge on the top of his hat.
Yes, that's right.
He'll wag his finger like that and say, "Right, you give it back. Take that.
Give that back to me, you absolute cat." I understand that if you buy a £25,000 Mercedes, you might get the Link DLC for free, though.
Oh, really?
No,
Goodness me! Wait,
don't quote me on that one. Bertie, come back here. Anyway, there you are, videos. We are on the home stretch of the lovely Toad Harbour in our vintage racing car. I think this car suits Princess Daisy as well. But then again, Daisy suits everything else, chap.
Well, I suppose so, yes. I mean, not too bad. But don't worry, I don't think they do come and take it away if you don't buy a Merc.
No, I think that's a joke.
We were just joking, weren't we?
I hope so, old chap.
Are you sure?
Well, I think so.
Who's at the door?
No, get away!
No, I bought a Merc, honestly. It's gone now. Thank goodness.
Goodbye, sir. There you are, friends. Mercedes DLC and new features coming soon. Thank you, Clive Julius, and we look forward to seeing you once more on the next exciting racing idea, I say. Until then.